Welcome, teenies new and old, to Wits and Crits, a roundtable Q&A style podcast hosted by me, your dice goblin and resident vanilla guard boy loving ship gremlin, Hayden Davio. I'm the player for Aviana Kolesh, Regan Alis, and Fianula Ione. I also run this and a bunch of the merchandise things and a lot of back-end stuff that you don't know about. It's fine. So, for those of you who are finding us for the first time, hello, hi, we are Nat 19. We're a group of actors, performers, and improvisers who have come together through our love of storytelling and mutual nerdery. I can't talk today, but it's not my job to answer the questions today, because today I have Matthew Koch, also known as Izzy, Frisbee, the Sizzler, the Frisbizzler, and also Cody Hughett. Welcome in, guys. Hello. Thanks for being on the show.
Hello. Happy to be here.
Happy to be here for the first Wits and Crits.
This isn't Chat 19. Get out of here.
Kick your ass.
The very first one
ever. The very first one ever. It'll be your very last one if you keep that up. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Anyway, how about you guys introduce yourselves, starting with Izzy.
Bear. Hi, I'm Izzy, also known as Matthew, less frequently. It's weird. It's my own name, but people call me that so infrequently that it's like, what the fuck? It's pretty much just like my parents at this point. But yeah, I play Flux. He's a scrungly little frame-built guy who builds things, mostly spiders, but they're good spiders, healing spiders. And he may have a grand destiny involving the biggest robot.
The big
so
bot.
Big. Yeah, the big.
The big bot.
The triple B.
The BBB. Hell yeah, boy. Heckin'. And we have lovely Cody.
As seen from everything.
Yep.
I do a bunch of them. Look them up on the wiki. We have one of those. I'm Cody.
He's Cody.
Quintus Valorbuilt. That's mostly the thing we'll be talking about today, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
I also have a very, very great destiny. And that destiny is performing tasks and hoping that the world is a better place. I don't know, man. I'm a guy. My mom's like some kind of a freaking alien or something at this point. I don't know.
Probably.
Your mom's a fucking illithid, and it's like, oh, Valder out here. Valder out being here like, oh, yes, she inspired me to be who I am, and she's just like, oh, fucking brain-eating bitch.
Turns out Valder is an old one warlock, and my mom's their patron.
Dude, you have any idea how into that I would be? That would be fucking amazing.
That'd be awesome.
But anyway, we could talk about weird theories all day. So how this works, for those of you who are joining us for the very first time, apparently, I have two little click-clacks here that I poured myself. You can get your own sets of Nat19 branded dice over on nat19show.com. But anyway, plugs aside, I'm going to roll a d4 to see if it will be Izzy, Cody, or both of y'all, and then I will roll another dice, in this case a d10 today, to determine which question we're gonna be asking. So let me roll this first one. Hello! What's for Frisbee?
Well, they're not here. We'll have to have Izzy do it.
Okay, yeah, no. Izzy, what's your best Frisbee impression?
Oh, hi, I'm Frisbee.
I would have also accepted.
Okay, I'm not gonna be a butthole and ask that question, because that was me being a butthole. Actually, no, I'm gonna ask it. Hey, yo, Flux, so when are you gonna tell your party everything that you learned from Vanderbilt?
Yo, I'm trying. There's just so goddamn much that it's like, fuck, is this relevant right now? Do I just grab everyone for like an assembly and pull out a whiteboard and just like, this is literally everything? Or is it like, I'll just keep it to like the cliff notes so that we can, get on with our day, and I'll tell them the rest as it becomes relevant. Maybe it'll be easier to kind of digest if I dole it out piecemeal. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a mess.
Flux trying to explain everything, blood coming out of Quinn's ears trying to listen.
Yeah. I'm like, it's one of those where I'm like, I hate it. I'm like, I know nothing because I was deafened during like y'all's side of the session where we came back together, but it was still for you guys. Like it was still there. I was like, I Hayden, the little note taker beach out here is like, I want to know everything all at once. I want to take so many notes. But I'm like, no, not everyone does it that way.
There's only like a few things during that conversation that I remember at the very least that hasn't been said. I think most of the other things were said whenever I wasn't there, so I don't even know.
Yeah, it's fair. Again,
I think I hit a lot of like the most pertinent shit.
Yeah.
Like, need to get to White Steel Grave because that's the location of the Sword of Damocles.
What?
Yeah, that's what we. Why do you think we got qualities?
Oh, I thought we were just kidnapping a guy.
I thought we were sticking it to the man.
Yeah. Oh, I have questions about that. Don't worry, we'll touch on that later.
Usually I'm against this, but now I'm not the man, so let's do it.
So let's fucking go. All right, I'm gonna ask you a real question because that was a joke question to fuck with you, Izzy.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, we're going to the opposite end. Okay, this is kind of related, honestly, so this works out. For Lux, our dearest navigator to the stars and beyond, are you nervous about your newest mission to fly the sword to Lycrothemia? What? Also, do you, This is something that was submitted. I don't know what was fucking said to you, so I'm just going based on what was said in the question. So I don't know if this is a thing. But anyway, I'm gonna finish the question, and then you can tell me if this is inaccurate or not. Anyway, do you think you are aptly prepared? And do you think you will follow through with Vanderbilden's other plan regarding the Great Beyond? Again, what?
Oh, so we are gonna go see my mom.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Learned a lot about Flux and what Vanderbilden has in store, has planned for that little guy. It's a lot. Found out a little bit about what it means to be the navigator. Basically, from what we learned, Vanderbilden was the pilot, Flux was the navigator in the before times.
Yeah.
Seems like the pilot was... Logan really made it seem like pilot was an overstatement. Like, the pilot is just, like, the guy with the car keys. And then the navigator was like, the navigator, like, runs tactics and, like, manages the crew and, like, talks to the AI intelligence running the Sword of Damocles. And
you do fucking everything else.
It's like, Jesus Christ. I feel like if Vanderbilt wasn't doing that much, maybe he could, like, fill in for some of that.
Nah, he's vibing. He's like, no.
Turns the keys, sips coffee.
Right? He's just, like, in a recliner in the Sword of Damocles, just chilling the fuck out. Flux is running from floor to floor, screaming.
Okay, but yeah, the fuck?
Okay. So,
let me post the question for you so then you can see what you're looking at. I'll post it in Wits and Crits.
Sick.
There you go.
Wits, Crits, here. Alright, cool. So, to be clear, unless I missed something too,
nice.
I think, thank you. I'm pretty sure flying the sword to Lycrothemia is a joke.
Okay.
Unless again I missed something big there, which I will not discount the possibility of. But yeah, the plan as I understand it is that Flux and everybody else, we need to get to the Sword of Damocles, activate it ourselves. Flux needs to get in there and fulfill his role as navigator, which will basically give all of the frame built back our memories of our history.
That I'm aware of, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, the eyes that, like, Flux had a vision of, like, Velis giving to Vanderbilden way back when, Vanderbilden can use those eyes as, like, a conduit to activate that refurbishing, and then use the Sword of Damocles as, like, an antenna to just blast it out to our entire species.
Yeah.
And then we go into space and we're in Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a Logan campaign. Anything can happen.
I really would not discount it. But, like, dear God, yeah, like, definitely didn't say anything specific about like flying the sword to like Ruthemia.
Okay, cool. I was like, the fuck? Okay. Way to leave that out, Flux.
Yeah, no, I would have mentioned that maybe. I don't know. Whatever's more dramatic.
Wow. That's fair, though.
But fucking,
Do you feel
Vanderbilt
aptly prepared?
fucking no. Like, I said it before, I'll say it again. Flux feels like a 6-year-old who has been handed the nuclear launch codes. Like, this is so much all at once. He may be a smart boy, but he has so little worldly experience. It's a lot. He will do his best to do what he can do to help everybody, and he just does not want to fuck it up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Do you think, you'll follow through with Vanderbilden's other plan regarding the Great Beyond?
Not really sure what that will
Yeah, I don't
entail.
know.
Because, like, he was really vague. Like, I just made some comment, like, I'm sorry you've had to carry this burden by yourself for 3,000 years. Maybe after this you can take a rest. And then he was just like, oh, Flux, after this, it's only just the beginning. There are wonders you've never seen out there. We have so much to do. He's like, oh, that's... Fuck.
Are we gonna fight a sun dragon?
We might fight a sun dragon.
Like one of those dragons that are like in the middle of a star.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
probably. It's the highest standard. We're gonna do some
Dang
wild shit.
It's definitely not off the table, yeah.
We're gonna rise to the sun.
Literally. We are literally
Punch it in
gonna
its
rise to the sun. God. What a fun time. I love this game.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I hope we go to space.
Dude, honestly, someday, highest standard in space. Let's go.
Right?
I
We'll
would be
just-
such a hot. I want to be a hot space pirate bird.
Fuck, right. Another thing.
What?
I don't know how it's fucking... I don't know what relevance it'll have. There's
Okay.
a shield of Damocles.
Oh yeah, no, I got that much. I fucking took my foot off the pedal, but the stream can hear me. I say stream, but yeah, I got that much, and I'm like, Dewey's connected to all that ish somehow. I don't.
There's a what?
Yeah.
Yeah. At some point during all the various explanations, somebody, I think Vanderbilten, I cannot remember at this point, mentioned like, yeah, the frame built the sword of Damocles. Also a shield, and kind of, you know, just kind of rushed right past that, didn't get a lot of details.
Huh.
So I don't know if we're gonna find that, or if we can ask anybody where to find that.
Ecologies.
Colleges, you know where the
I'll
shield of
still only have
Damocles
a
is?
+2 AC.
It's not even a +3 shield.
No. Like, nah, it's +2. You get what you get.
All shields are base 2 AC, man.
Fair.
My
Doesn't
God.
matter how big they are.
That is some BS.
That's some bullshit.
My God.
What's not bullshit is another question. Ooh, it's for both of ya.
Let's go.
Okay, let me roll the D10. Yeah. I'm going to... Ooh! Yes, I like this question.
Uh-oh.
The highest standard, or now, the heistest standard.
Oh.
You're welcome for that.
Thank you.
Recently kidnapped, quote, very heavy quote unquote here, kidnapped Calates to further their mission. You both promised the Nephilim and Valkyries. I'm coming at you today, apparently. This is my vibe, apparently.
This is an attack. This is an ambush.
Listen, y'all did what you did last game, but anyway, you both promised the Nephilim and Valkyries, in all caps, that you and your friends would stand trial when you returned. Are you at all worried about the ramifications of making a promise like that? And are you at all worried about what the Nephilim still on Pesidromos are going to face?
So there are two things.
Mm-hmm.
First things first.
Mm-hmm.
Flux did it first. Second off, before that,
You bitch.
Flux also said
Where's
he
the
would
fucking
take.
camaraderie?
Flux also said he would accept any punishment. I said we would stand trial. I didn't say I'd accept any punishment.
Yeah, I'll sit on the trial. I won't accept the court's judgment or anything like that.
All I'm saying is we will be at a trial. There will be a trial so that I can talk to these people. It's actually like a stroke of genius from myself and Quinn. Hold on. I high-fived my head.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Hear me out. Quinn really wants to talk to the Valkyries.
Okay.
And by saying that he is willing to stand trial when they come back, almost guarantees he can.
Okay, but you also said we will stand trial. All I'm
Again,
gonna say,
I don't expect
no
any of
choilers, you're in so much trouble.
Look,
You're
That
both
did it
that is
first.
fair.
so much trouble.
That is fair.
Flux said we'd take punishments. I didn't say that.
Look, I'll say this much. Flux, for his part, basically believes like, yeah, this is too important. I will accept whatever punishment you're willing to do to dish out. Izzy is thinking, well, if we succeed, they're gonna know that we did good, and they're not gonna want to punish us, right?
Exactly.
Right? Maybe? God, I hope so.
Kinda?
It really comes down to whenever this happened, and especially whenever we were, before everything happened and we were told we're gonna just steal colleges and try to get out before the Valkyries, Quinn was like, this could be the only chance we have to talk to these people. The only chance we have to get the Abiding Heart to not keep these people essentially attached to it and enslaved for all their lives. If we pass this up, we pass up the option to help these people. And then Vogan said we're gonna pass it up. Before that, we were trying to get out there before the Valkyries even showed up.
Oh,
Quinn
yeah.
was so sad about that because he's like, I am not gonna be able to help them at the Nephilim. Because if you remember, like, Quinn's first interactions with the Nephilim, he told them there was a Nephilim that saved my life. There was someone who literally saved us and came to us in our time of need and protected us. He's never forgetting Aristes. He's like, I owe everything to Aristes. And when it comes to this in particular, he's like, I need to save these people. I need to do something. And the only way to do it is to get in contact with these Valkyrie and slash contact with Vestius or destroy the damn thing. And I don't know where it's at.
Yeah.
It's okay. There are apparently more options than we initially thought. We're definitely still gonna help them.
Mm-hmm. And the best part of it though was literally, I was gonna bring this up if we continue game, which there was no way we were going to. But if anyone did jump on Quinn about this, because I'm fully expecting there to be, because Quinn is used to it at this point. Whenever he makes brash things, he's gonna be like, guys, this is the only way I could think of to talk to the Valkyrie.
It's all good. They're still next.
I have to protect them. I have to do something. But also again, like Flux said, he doesn't really think there's gonna be much in the thing of punishment. There probably is gonna be because it's Vestius. But at the same time, like Quinn's brain, my brain's like, oh, it's gonna be fucking crazy. But Quinn's brain's like, no, they're gonna see that we were right. We'll bring back Callistes, or he'll die, and we'll figure things out. We'll do this. What we should have done after the fact, once I realized exactly what Callistes was doing, is left Callistes there.
You mean with the with the Kaijo?
Left him there with the Valkyries.
I see.
If it's
but
just
we
us
also
making a
couldn't have.
portal,
We couldn't have. Apollo, shut the fuck up. He has opinions. You already inserted yourself into Vestige, okay? Chill. You mean but we wouldn't have been able to teleport to.
Oh no, the teleport was a portal. Callistes didn't have to go in.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Like,
It's
I
true.
only thought about that after the game.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like,
I see what you mean. I was like, dude, we couldn't have teleported without him. We needed him to cast the spell. We don't know the circle or how to teleport to the Dynasty Eyes. Okay, I misunderstood you. I was like, bro.
yeah, because like when Calistes did it, he's like, "Go, here it is," and like went inside, and I'm just like, "Yeah, that's how we do it." And then after game, I'm just sitting there by myself in bed, just going like, "We could have just left Calistes there, and they could have went through the trial without us, and we could have been at the place we needed to go to, and then nothing would have." Fuck.
That's true. But we made our choice.
It's a very tense situation. Snap, like decisions had to be made.
But also,
Well, I didn't know it was a portal either.
but also he can be of help to us on the other side.
Yes.
So we
Yeah.
do need him.
I don't know if we.
Direct us.
I don't know if I don't know if we need him, but he will definitely be useful.
Yeah, he's gonna be way too useful. And if we're like, all right, cool, get out of here, we have options. What
If
I'm
we
saying
didn't wanna
is we
piss
have
off-
options.
If we didn't want to piss off the Nephilim and the Valkyries, and we thought about it beforehand, the best option would be like, you did made a portal, cool. We're gonna risk it. We're gonna jump in there. Bye. You guys, you
Yep.
keep him.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna ask another question. It's for the Frizz boy.
Huh.
This is all pure heckin' dice rolling.
Yeah.
All right, let me. Meow. Okay. What's this one? Oh, I love this. This is the start to this question is funny to me, but it's great. Apollo, if you bite my foot, I swear to God, I'll kill you. Anyway, on TikTok,
That is pretty funny. That
for
was funny.
Izzy, on TikTok, the phrase "to be loved is to be changed" has become quite popular. In what ways, since you first played Flux, has he changed? Any unexpected ways? What about favorites? Like favorite ways that the boy has changed?
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, love has definitely changed him. Like, it was,
Aw.
like, yeah, like, definitely said it before. Like session 1, he was like, yeah, I'm not a person. I am a tool, and I am okay with that. And, by being loved and slightly cajoled for weeks on end, it's like, no, you're a person. We care about what happens to you, and you should care about yourself. I mean, fine, I guess I could give it a try.
You've been named. You have a soul.
I mean, what is a soul? A soul isn't special. It's easier this way. Just let me be a tool. Just let me stay a tool. It was easier when I was a tool. Now people
No.
expect things of me, and
You were at your most lively whenever you were looking out at everything and thinking everything was out to get you.
Got to get out of here, Nemric. Oh my God! But yeah, he's definitely kind of warmed up over time, and
Yeah.
yeah, he's starting to think about things in like less utilitarian senses of the word. Like when he was talking to Clover, it's like, I really want to get into art because it's fascinating to me, because it's like it has so many rules and yet it's just chaos, and the end result is beautiful and it has so much meaning, and I don't understand it, but I want to.
I think Flux would be a
I
good
love
artist.
that. Yeah, me too. I love that. I love it. Know what I feel like the kind of artist Flux would be? You know the SpongeBob episode when SpongeBob's learning to draw and Squidward wants him
Yes.
to make a perfect circle? So he draws like the most perfect photorealistic head and then erases everything to get to the circle. That gives me such Flux vibes.
Yeah. It's like, that is so much more work than you needed to do.
But in
like-
doing so, you did it perfectly.
So I guess we can't really argue with the result. But I don't know how to feel about this.
It's like, I don't know if I'm mad or impressed.
I'm impressed
I don't know how to feel about
and
this.
confused,
Yeah,
but impressed.
but impressed nonetheless.
I feel like after his talk with with Clover, he's his initial forays into art would probably just be, I threw flowers on it. It's art now.
Wonderful.
That's so cute.
I made a spider, but also it has flowers on it.
Spider flower in the pretty.
Did I make an art?
And technically, yes.
But only since art is just the most broad thing.
If you
Art
ask
is
high
subjective.
Society,
Yeah.
if you ask high society in the land away, anything is art.
Damn.
Yeah, it's because nobles have no fucking taste.
That's why I always partied and didn't go to the galas.
We're gonna have to go to a gala, aren't we? You know what that was? That was the Excalibur face from Soul Eater.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with the two of you. There are parts of nobility and high society that I really have never liked.
Oh, good, you're growing.
No, it's...
Should I put on a shirt? Is it rude that I'm not wearing a shirt?
You know what? The fact that you think it might be rude means that you shouldn't put on a shirt.
I've never thought about it,
okay.
but you are naked, aren't you?
I mean,
Not
partially.
technically.
I got cargo pants and boots.
Oh, that's true!
And a
There's
fashionable little neckerchief.
he has armor over like the wood bits, so technically.
Yeah, so like technically.
Technically, not naked. But also, if you think it's rude to not wear a shirt, you should definitely keep not wearing a shirt.
Yeah. Technically armor shirt.
Armor shirt.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird. Frame built have such a different relationship with armor than I think most people do. It feels like an extra layer of skin more than clothing, but I do see your point.
It's kind of like an exoskeleton, if you think about it.
Hmm. It really is. It protects our gooey innards.
Huh.
What protects my gooey innards?
Your fucking skin, dude.
So soft and spongy.
We're so vulnerable.
It's like, oh my god. Quint just realizing his fucking mortality. Just, oh, oh my god.
I need more armor.
Like,
That-
oh,
Put
That's
more faces on me.
that's a boy that I miss. I miss Lego.
yeah.
I as well.
I miss, like, I've said it on, like, most Wits and Crits at this point, but just that made me think about it. It's like, because hopefully we'll get to, like, actually go back to Summergrass and, like, say hi to our people before we, like, end the campaign. But I'm like, I kind of miss, I'm like, we've been adventuring for so long, which is great, and it's so D&D. But at the same time, I'm like, I kind of miss, like, the city stuff. I miss, like, the political subterfuge stuff. I miss, like, the interpersonal relationships that come from that and, like, navigating situations like that. I really miss it.
That's why I really wanted to do the trial.
We
It's
don't
one of
have
the big
time.
reasons. It's like I kind of really wanted to do it.
Listen,
We couldn't
we'll
afford
see.
to fail, Quintus.
Oh, that's me. I really wanted to do the trial. Like, just the idea of having the next game be that, and like
For
freaking
sure.
having an Ace Attorney little section of the game, I was
That would
down.
be
Listen,
so cool,
there's
yeah.
still the possibility. We have the person
Oh,
they
now
need
we're
to
gonna be in it.
Yeah. Thanks, Quinn. There's
That-
and fucking Flux. Again, you're in so much trouble, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to game in like a month. I say a
We're
month,
gonna get-
like in a week.
We're gonna get in front of another judge, and then Quinn's just gonna like look back and forth and be like, "Deja vu."
It's like, huh.
I've been in this place before.
Am I going to hell again?
You know, if you keep this up, I can make that happen.
You were on trial with devils and now angels.
They're not angels. But,
Yeah,
you know, like,
but you know.
visually speaking, yes. Anyway, we're gonna ask another question. Ooh, it's for Cody.
That's me.
It is, I think. Is it you?
I'm them.
Okay. Number 3.
Oh no.
This I thought it was another one, but it's kind of had them smooshed together, so we're gonna ask the more emotional question instead of the fun fish question.
Meh.
It's been a while since we talked about it, but Quinn's dad's alive, and there's still a traitor on the Lions Council. Is Quinn at all worried about his father's safety?
Nah. His father's a great hero. His father is the one who went into battle as the shield of an entire country. His father's fine. His father only died because Quinn did a bad.
True. And then his best friend blamed himself and still does.
I mean, his best friend also did a bad.
I mean, yeah.
Like, there was multiple reasons why Quinn's dad died during that battle, but if all of those things didn't like collide into one like mega thing, Quinn's dad would still be alive. Quinn's dad has been single-handedly like protecting like the Valorbuilt, like the army that the Valorbuilts have been basically single-handedly protecting the lands from the lands away from the strike lands for like ever. And then that big invasion happened and Quinn's like, nah, I know better than you, Dad.
Oh.
How old
baby
was he
Quintus.
when that happened?
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
I think
thanks.
it was just a couple of years ago. I think it was just a couple of years before this. And that's why, like, even though like Quinn's mom is like the hero, like the one that has like the most of the things, his dad is still fucking like humongous badass.
Oh, yeah.
He's not, the only way his dad is in big danger is if the crack theory that Quinn's uncle is the traitor is true.
Okay. Are you?
Which I'm still kind of on, man. I'm still there. Let's go with it.
I'm like, I don't think I've heard this theory. I'm like, no, tell me.
I've had a crack theory for a while, that Quinn's dad died, because of the uncle. I feel like in my brain, the reason we haven't gone over a lot of this stuff in the past is I'm literally sitting here like, what if Quinn's uncle scarred him? Like Scar from the Lion King him into being super like cocky about the thing and knew that the dad would die to save him. Like maybe that went down. And also when Quinn was alive, look at what happened to Quinn on this mission. Quinn immediately died. He got taken whenever he went looking for the relic of his family, he immediately died. We were dead for that little bit. He got thrown onto a pile of corpses and fucking left to rot. And if it wasn't for Lyra, they'd all be dead.
True. You right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a part of me that's like,
was this intended?
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, what if it was just intended? What if it was because he says he doesn't want it, but he is the most important and highest authority person in the land away right now.
That's true.
And that's all because Quinn's dad is gone and Quinn can't take over.
I'm so curious, and it's because this is like my one connection to the land away, which is Muldoon. I don't know if it's Emberwind or Umberwind. I need to ask Logan. Hi, Logan. You're not gonna listen to this, but I need to know. Mostly for my notes and also so I can make sure I'm saying it correctly. Also, my cat's in a bag behind me, so you're gonna hear rustling. But I'm gonna let her do her thing. But I'm like, I want to know so badly who Muldoon is serving on the Lions Council. Because he's not going by the same name anymore. Which is why Avi was like, what if I pretend to be my mother to draw him out? Because they work together. So she has her own little machinations going on. I'm sure I'm sure doing that will be so good for her mental health. But oh yeah, no, it's fine. I'm sure she'll be fine. I'm excited to see what happens. But I'm so curious who he's serving, especially thinking about Quinn's uncle. Because I'm like, Muldoon was not an up-and-up kind of dude.
There is one other tiny piece to the crack theory.
Give me.
Quinn's mom felt she needed to go down into the vault.
Yeah.
If it's so weird to me. Quinn's mom, first off, hasn't told Harros what's going on with them. They've been gone for so long, and Harros has no idea why or where they're at. He's a fucking god.
Like, how is that possible?
Second off, when we went into the past, we were finding a Quinn and his mom as like the mom was like going like deep into the fallibility state. Like they had the dagger with the tiger's eye on it, or the sword with the tiger's eye, whatever it was.
I think it was a sword.
And that brings to my thoughts of, I know there's a vault beneath the fallibility state. I think it's empty.
I'm curious if it's empty, and I'm like, I want to go in real bad.
I really do.
I want to go so bad,
bro.
Because I'm like,
I think it's empty. I think she took whatever was inside of it and took off. And the reason I think she did it is because she didn't. Is because she thinks that, or she might have found something out about the uncle.
Maybe. And then also, wasn't there like a coffin or like a sarcophagus down there, if I'm remembering right, from
Something
like the Velis vision that Miriam had? Which, did we find out about that in character? I can't remember if Quintus knew about that or if that's just something that Miriam knows.
I think it's just a Miriam thing.
Okay, cool. It'll
I don't think Quinn's been in it.
No, I don't think so. I couldn't remember exactly what Miriam had told everyone, because he mentioned, because I know when like Quinn, Avi, and Miriam were having their little jam session, which by the way is one of my favorite things and is so cute. I love just cute friendship things. It's great. But Miriam only mentioned like Emma briefly, because Avi was like, hey, do you guys like my boyfriend? I'd like if you liked my boyfriend. Anyway, don't worry about it. But yeah, no, I
love how you introduced yourself today as a vanilla-loving night
boy. That's my tag.
Boy.
I'm the vanilla guard boy loving ship gremlin. That's my title. That or 80-year-old Canadian frat boy, one or the other. But I like that theory, and I'm like, I can't wait to go. Like, I know we're gonna be taking time off, but I'm like, I want to go to Grey Rock and the Land Away so bad right now.
Yeah.
Me and Aaron have been talking about that for a little bit. Aaron has some other theories, and there's like some other things going down around too. That's how far my brain has gone with the theory, because like there's so much of like protesting too much. You know? Like, oh, I don't want to lead an entire country and have as much power as fucking one of the highest people in all of the collective world. No.
It's one of those, it's like, oh no, stop praising me, but you're like gesturing at yourself like, no, praise me more. Yes.
I don't really think that that's going to be the case. I feel like he is actually wanting to retire because he's super old. But my crack theory, because I've thought about this for a long time and I've put all these things together, like it kind of really works out well for him if he does want this power.
Yeah.
That not only my dad goes down in a position where I might have also went down, but also immediately he's like, hey, go and collect this item. And without, there's no way he thought that we could have fucking taken that out.
No.
Like there's no way he didn't know that the person who stole that was as powerful as he was.
No. I'm so fucking like,
Yeah.
I'm so curious, and I am like, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait to like get there and like sink my teeth into that shit, because especially it's one of those cool things, because I'm excited to like watch it unfold for especially like Quinn and Miriam, because it's one of those things where it's like you get to go to a place that is like about your characters, because that's like where we are with Flux right now, where it is like, this is about like, this is his leg of the journey, like him and Lexi. This is like about them right now. It's like primarily the focus is on Flux, pardon me, because he is a frame built, but like there's all like the family shit and like everything with Lexi and like her brother, and I'm like, I hope we get to see Diethair again. I hope he doesn't fucking die, knock on wood. But yeah, I'm excited.
There's probably not a question for this, so I did want to bring something up.
Yeah, no, go for it. That's what the round table style is for.
it didn't get a lot of emphasis during the stream, but I was really wanting to bring up a thing during stream, but because everything that happened during last stream, we were all in a very serious tone. I kind of just let it fly, just like, oh, whatever. But I really wanted to talk to Izzy about, and especially because I knew we were gonna have this, I really want to talk to Izzy about whenever we were doing our side, and we're never gonna go too deep. We're never going to go too deep into it anymore, I don't think, in the actual game. But when we were doing our side, we ran up on these frame built, right? And they were like getting fucking pounded in by some family members. Guns were involved and shit. And obviously I have a Pegasus now, so me and Fenris were already in the combat as soon as we saw it was happening.
Of course.
But we were able to, in those moments, there were times during the combats where I rose my fucking spear ready to go down on people, and then I see their frame builds, and I was mentioning it during the thing. I was thinking about it during the thing. He's like, he was thinking of Flux when they were happening, and he said, stand down. Please stand down.
Yeah, no, Quinn tried so hard. It was great.
And we only killed one frame built, and that's because they've killed themselves.
They sacrificed themselves. Service sacrificed themselves. Yeah, but we didn't kill him, so it's fine.
Exactly. We
did nothing wrong.
And the funniest thing is, though, Izzy, we again, this will never be brought up in game, so I have to tell you now.
Oh no!
We ran up against one of those big ones.
Yeah.
From the attack like that happened with Excalibur, one of the like big ones that that Miriam completely shut down.
Oh yeah, like the wall busters.
Yeah. And then during the fight, before it got to do anything, I flew up to it and we pushed it off of the edge of the wall.
It was so fucking funny. It only got back up because, wasn't it like Logan realized it had like a mechanic or something?
The entire combat was it basically getting back up. By the time it finally got up and did like maybe one attack, I think.
Everyone else was fucking dead.
All the other ones were dead. Quinn looked to it and said, I do not want to hurt you, so I'm not going to.
Yep.
And just turned his back on him and went over to Praxis.
It was
and,
great.
Like, he's like literally just like, please stand down. If you believe in your navigator like you say you do, if you believe in Flux, please stand down.
Man, interacting with the frame build has been so fucking gut-wrenching.
Yeah.
It's like, goddamn, they are so dedicated to like making this look good until the time is right that they will fight us to the death.
Yeah.
That's why whenever we get into this thing where they're gonna fight us to the death, we just gotta do like I always do and just be like, no, give up, please. It'll work, guys. Believe me.
Pretty please.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll work out. It worked out for all the other ones.
We should definitely make a point in the game of saying like, so they are going to, clear us a path once we get inside Whitesteel Grave. Do not let anyone from the family hear us say that.
Yeah.
That would be really bad.
All of a sudden, it is then revealed that Colites actually is just working with the family, and he runs in and tells everyone.
Dude, fucking Colites is actually the dead hand that's been fucking following us, which that's another thing that we need to take into Ow, Apollo. Sorry, my cat bit my leggy. Thankfully, OBS records everything I say. But, Colites, I doubt this is the case, but Colites is just the fucking dead hand Neil Patrick Harris ass looking motherfucker.
Well, because it's funny.
I would laugh my ass off.
It's
Holy
super
shit,
funny
can you
that
imagine?
if you really think into things, we never got a straight answer from the goddess answer things that Fenris did about Colites' motivations. We just know he is going to bring us to this place, and he does want to do it, and that's something that's going down. So like, if Logan really wanted to pull the wool over our eyes, it's just Kalati shows up after hearing us talk about whatever the hell we talk about, runs forward whenever things happen, sees family members, and just points off to the others. It's like, they're going to betray us or something.
Yep. I don't know.
Like,
we'll see.
That's the big fucking super brawl that ends up happening because of it. It's like, oh, everything's turned out Millhouse for us. Not if I have anything to say about it. How come your voice changed to throat spine?
Yeah, exactly. It's motherfucking throat spine the whole time.
That's where we knew you from. That's where we knew you from 3 years ago.
It's like, oh, you.
This is the actual origin of us meeting.
My God.
Oh.
Fucking. I'm just imagining Fenris saving a question to ask to her god. Like, hey, Kalati's gonna fuck us?
It's like, in what context, Fenris?
You know the context. Is he gonna
Like,
fuck us?
bitch.
Answer the goddamn question.
Girls, you know why I'm asking.
You just see it glow with the power of the pale lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna ask you guys another question.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, let's for. Do I want to ask another one? It was landing on a 4, and then I was like, do I want to ask another Cody question or another Frisbee question? It landed on Cody again, so we're gonna ask another Cody question.
Cody, that's
Cody,
me.
that's you.
You.
Oh, this is interesting. Dear Codily Doodly, Flux has taken to calling people he meets by either just their name or calling them Master, insert name here. With Quintus trying to step out of his family name and be recognized for his actions rather than name, how does he feel about being called Master Quintus?
Well, in the very beginning, you guys know whenever Flux was telling people like, oh, master this, master that, Quintus was down for it. He's like, oh yeah, Master Quintus, that's fucking whatever. Because like as a noble, he's like, yeah, I'm used to that shit. So he wasn't like getting on him for it. However, we have mentioned before, and I think he's told the group, which does include Flux, but he hasn't specifically told this to Flux, but he has told the group, which does include Flux, that he's wanting to go by whenever they're out of here. He's just the Knight Quinn or Sir Quinn. He's not Quintus Valorbilt. So whenever we go into things, if it ever is a thing of like Flux calling him Master Quintus outside of this place, he'll probably be like, no, I don't want I don't want that anymore. I don't want to. He's very much wanting to not have to think about that anymore. He's becoming very quickly disillusioned with everything that happened to him before meeting the highest standard. He is quickly very much learning, and this isn't something he fully learns by now, because again, I've already mentioned to you guys there are things that I do feel he's working toward. This isn't something he's fully grasped yet, but he doesn't think he has a lot of accomplishments at all for his own, which is one of the big reasons why he's wanting to step away from family stuff. One of the more selfish reasons that he wants to step away from it. But I want him to realize that his probably biggest accomplishment is the highest standard. Being a part of this fucking group of people and doing everything you guys have done, it isn't something he can individually say is something he's done. He can't say he saved a town from like a fucking weird zombie tree. He can't say he saved Summergrass. He can't say he's done these things, but he's been a part of something that's much bigger than him. And while he can't consider himself a hero like his mother, who has all these like epics and tales thrown about her, he has done a lot of stuff as a member of the highest standard. And that's like a big thing. And again, if you can also take into, this is Cody saying this, not Quinn, you can also take into a thing of this man literally sacrificed himself to hell for his best friend. This man literally fucking like has thrown himself into danger time and time again just to stop people from feeling bad. He's a good guy.
No, he's not a bad person.
But he doesn't see any of these accomplishments yet. I mentioned this during a Wits and Crits, I think, with Carrie. He doesn't see any of these things as anything tied to him. So one thing I'm hoping that he does start to realize once he gives up the name Quintus Vanderbilt, once that isn't a thing, which will be in campaign 2, apparently, because we're here and everybody knows me still. But once he's finally able to get to lift that off of him and get rid of that, like shed that skin, I'm hoping he does start realizing, you know, hey, I'm pretty cool.
Hell yeah,
I'm pretty neat. I may not be smart, but I'm pretty neat.
Like, I'm pretty okay.
Especially with the direction I've been pushing him towards, with the whole, he has a +12 in diplomacy right now.
That's wild.
Oh,
That's crazy.
getting a 33 on that persuasion check.
That was so good.
That was sexy as hell.
It's so funny that he has probably a better persuasion and I think a better performance than Miriam.
Yeah, because Miriam didn't. Aaron's mentioned that he didn't want to take expertise in performance, which I'm like, I love that.
I love it too, but like if you really look into it, like it's so funny to look at it in retrospect. Miriam has been like this. Miriam has been this kind of bard the entire time. And then you look at Quinn, who's been spinning tales of like epicry, who's been trying to learn how to do more performing stuff with his instrument, and now is being a very diplomatic and like, you know, talky person. He's a non-bard bard.
Yep. It's so funny. Like,
take another multi-class.
God, I'll kill you if you do.
I'm not, believe me.
Dude, it's so funny. People have asked me, like, oh, why haven't you multi-classed into Bard? I was like, 1, I don't have the stats for it. I have a 10 in Charisma, and I'm not gonna work to get that up. I am Birdbarian, and that's where I want to stay. But I'm like, also, something that it's like, your character can have hobbies without them like it being their like expertise. Apollo, shut up. He's having a field day. But yeah, no, I love him too. Stop. It's because he's decided it's dinner time now, or meow. But we're gonna eat something else. Delicious answers to questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit. As one final thing on that note, you might notice that Flux actually stopped calling people master as he's become more comfortable. Yeah.
I actually haven't. I don't know why I haven't
Does this friendship mean nothing?
Damn!
I didn't notice. I'm sorry.
I'm so hurt.
I think it's because occasionally you do slip into the master thing. But not for like members of our crew.
Yeah, so, if we're meeting a stranger, he'll still try and like show respect.
Yeah,
like, Lord Vanderbilt, then hello.
I think that's why I haven't noticed, because Flux is just so respectful anyway that I haven't noticed him talking to the group any differently.
He's not just walking in going like, "What's up, sluts?"
Get in, losers! Right, God. Like, get in, losers! We're flying the sword of Damocles
into space.
Flips baseball cap backwards.
Can you imagine how much respect he would get from this group if he walked up to the breakfast table and said, "This morning, sluts"?
Avi would be like, "That's my motherfucking boy right there."
It's like, okay, this is getting positive reinforcement. Do this all the time.
That was one of my favorite things, was he and Clover being like, "Oh, if you explain the question, it's funny." And just fucking Vogan just it was great. It was so good.
Kept looking for reinforcement, like, yeah, explaining jokes doesn't make it funny, but then circumstances kept twisting to somehow prove us right. Like, no, see, that was funny because you explained it.
It's like, no. It was so good. Oh, I'm gonna roll a dice. Alright, this is gonna be a 3. It's for both of y'all nerds. Let me see.
Both of us nerds.
Both of you nerds. Okay. Ryuji, I need you to shut the fuck up. All y'all loud boys. Alright, so for both of you.
You have to have some kind of an audience.
True. Who is the high standard member you feel like you interact with the least? What's something about them that you've learned that surprised you? I don't know if my pedal came off there, but what's something about them you've learned that surprised you? And do you feel like you could take them in a fight? That last part is out of nowhere, but maybe lean on the first part, because I chose not to take them out.
I think it's Vogan.
Fight. Yeah, that you interact with the least?
I think it might. I try. I really do try to, like, every now and then have Quinn say something to Vogan or do something with Vogan, but, like, there's never any, like, substantial thing with Vogan, you know? Like, everybody, like, I don't think Quinn has had a substantial interaction with Vogan, like, any kind of, like, other than whenever he gave up the highest standard to Vogan. I don't think we've really had a bro talk. Not really had any bro off, any bromo, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I really want to, for example, whenever he had did that thing with Lexi where, like, showed the meditation and things of that nature to them, which I believe was mentioned to Quinn by Lexi at one point. Like, it would be interesting to go and talk to him now after that, like, as Quinn, and be like, oh, let's I want to try that meditation stuff I've heard so much about. But, like, I feel like I try to interact with everybody like a decent bit. Like, recently the biggest one, other than, you know, before all of us split off, was whenever we had the hangout, the jam sesh with Miriam and Avi. That was like the most recent, like, super hangout thing. And then obviously there's all the times he hangs out with Lexi. I think Lexi is the most that Quinn hangs out with.
Gee, I wonder why.
I think Flux and Vogan are the two that Quinn has hung out with the least, and both of them could kick his ass.
I don't know about that.
You could fire me into the dirt like I was a fucking dude with a pompadour. I would not. You think that I'm gonna live through that like the other one did? No, I'm. You're gonna fucking send me 6 feet under, and I'm gonna keep going. You're gonna fly above me. You're gonna put your hands together, and you're just gonna be like, Kikoho, I'm gone. All right.
I mean, sure, yeah, if I have my once a week superpower, maybe. But
you plan a fight specifically for that day?
Yeah.
You should.
If
you know you're about to fight me, if you know you're gonna fight me, you better wait a week.
Yeah. So I just recharge real quick.
Because otherwise I'm gonna Nova you.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. If you go first, I'm gonna die.
That's the thing. I'm so happy. First off, I have advantage on initiatives now. Anyway.
Yeah. Right.
But
this is what I'm talking about.
I only have a +1. Come on. But when it comes to the three of them, when it comes to Vogan, when it comes to Flux, when it comes to Quinn, if I were to have them fight, I don't think Quinn could really beat anybody in a fight. I think the closest it would be is maybe Fenris.
Yeah.
But, like, Fenris could fuck me up with that hammer.
Fen could just fuck you up. She's powerful as hell.
Like, Quinn, she won the tournament.
She sure fucking did.
Like, so, like, even like, I beat Miriam once, but that was just because I was able to drink a fucking haste potion during that time. Like,
nah, he could have fucked your shit.
Yeah, easily. So when it comes down to it, like, I honestly think that anyone in the highest standard could absolutely wreck Quinn. The problem with saying that, though, is everyone in the highest standard has a Nova round. Everyone could potentially just absolutely slaughter the other if, like, given the chance.
Nova round for me.
Like,
God damn you.
All we need from either of the rogues is a good fucking sneak attack round, which both of you now have the ability to activate those yourselves without any access to a teammate.
Oh no.
If worse comes to worse, you could Lexi could literally freeze me in carbonite.
Han Solo your ass. I love you, Quinn. Meow.
I will say things are looking up for Quinn if we get a level right now.
We'll see.
Oh, I'm
Because
hoping,
then I
man.
have 3 attacks around,
Dude,
and all of y'all need to back off.
I fucking hope we get another level. Like, I want to have Izzy answer this question, then we'll move on to another one.
Yeah.
God, I hope we get that extra level, because that means I get my 3rd barbarian level, and then I'm even more filthy, because then my attacks go back to using Dex, which is 1 point to hit higher. So
If I can,
Your filth was already so high.
yeah, but
If I
then
could
Logan
fight
gave me a
one-
Dex barbarian.
That's so interesting to me, by the way.
What?
Like, I've recently had to, like, go and, like, kind of check out some of the things I know of your class. I don't know if it's actually available. Is it?
It's in the Lucia's Guide to Kitsadria.
Okay, it is in Cassandra.
Yeah,
All right.
cool.
I've had to, like, go back and, like, kind of figure out a bunch of the barbarian stuff. It is so... If it was in core...
Nasty.
Barbarian would be the most powerful class of all time.
Oh yeah, and I have. I'm so happy with how I dipped it.
It's so interesting.
It's so good. We'll talk about this later. But Heckin, what about you, Frisbee boy? Heckin, who's the member of the highest standard you feel like you interact with the least? What's something about them that you've learned that surprised you, and do you feel like you could take them in a fight?
Fucking yeah. Thinking about it, it's probably like Quinn or Vogan. Yeah, weird. I would think that we would talk more.
We talk decent. Here's the thing: we all talk decently enough.
No.
But when you have to think of who you talk to least out of everyone, it's becomes very clear. It's like it's probably one of those two, because Vogan doesn't really talk. Vogan doesn't really interact with us that much. I think that like a lot of people can probably put Vogan as like near the top of their list of not interacting with.
Yeah,
but,
I have been leaning on him a little more like the last little while. Just like when we were all angry at each other because of the planar spoliation. It's like, shit, Vogan, you're good at meditation, which
That's
is
so
very
cool.
useful for
I
modulating
loved
emotions,
that.
and that's what we need right now. Show us how to do.
I love that Vogan has recently become all of our guru. He's just like, oh, you guys. It's like, oh, you guys want to fucking here? Just meditate, duh. And it's like, I love that he has, without Spencer probably really knowing. I love that he has stepped into the role of the leader of the highest standard so easily.
He is our spiritual leader, which is wild. Yeah, and more recently, he helped Flux commune with Kusanagi.
Yeah, that's cool.
He like that we got to do that together. It's like, show me how. Like, this is very, like, spiritualism is not intuitive for me as a person. Can you give me some pointers?
It was so good. Heckin'. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think anybody in the highest standard could fuck anybody else in the highest standard up. Like,
Oh yeah.
a 1v1,
100%.
it's a dice roll who gets to go, who gets to fucking actually do it. 'Cause if
Vogan
we're all at-
especially, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Vogan
Vogan
would
might be
annihilate me. He'll attack like 17 times and I'll be paced.
if we're all at full strength, Vogan is probably the hardest for anyone to take down. Like, that's just how the class is, though. That's just how Sword Saint is. If he is at his full strength, which means all of his Sword Saint points, all of everything going down, he has the strongest Nova. And the problem with his strongest Nova, he can do it again next turn.
Yup.
Right?
It's like,
Like,
cool. Great.
like I can do a fucking death beam, but that's like a one and done. I really hope that killed you.
Like, gosh, I hope this works.
I honestly think that anyone in the highest standard could also beat Vogan.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Vogan has, if I was a betting man, it would all go on Vogan.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm a bet on this next question.
Oh,
Ooh,
shoot.
smooth as fuck. Ooh, for Izzy.
Hit me.
Okay. Did it. already answered that question. I just didn't mark it off. Let's see. And I've already answered that one. Dice, please. Something other than a 7. Ryuji, shut the fuck up. My animals have decided they've chosen violence today. Okay. Flux, with your personal mission coming to a possible conclusion, should things go off without a hitch, which they won't, what do you see yourself doing once you return home?
Ah, shit, that's a good question. I guess, first of all, probably just hand Shurkra a pile of notebooks. It's like, hey, you know your life's work? Here it is. Enjoy. I was like, I expect to not see you for 6 months, but you have fun, master. Other than that, yeah, it would probably be something along the lines of like, okay, so you guys just helped me do so much. You have fulfilled every mission I could have possibly had in life, including ones I didn't even know about. So yeah, my turn to help you. What do you need? Okay, but like
so many things.
Give me a list.
I mean, I thought we're gonna do Vogan's thing.
Cool.
Yeah, we're gonna go do Vogan's
Let's
thing.
find the temples. I will build a satellite to track them from orbit.
Oh.
I think Quinn is literally just like, I'm not gonna go home and just stay until Vogan's thing's done. So like, if you did ask that, it's just like Vogan's thing, probably.
Like, I don't know. Find a way to get us to the Shadowfell and back.
Ooh.
All right. Constructing dimensional portal.
Ooh, I've never been.
Interesting challenge.
I've never been somewhere this evil before with my friends.
I was gonna say you had, and then you added the stipulation of with your friends. So yeah, no. Yeah, my mom's a right bitch, so. Says Hayden Avi Brain, not Avi Brain. I don't think she would ever call her mom a bitch.
It's like, my mom's the right bitch. It's just like, oh, I don't know how I could ever deal with that.
Wow! Quinn would die. He shot on sight, murdered, but she would kill him and be like, I mean, he was right, though.
He was right, didn't have to say it.
Exactly. You don't have to fucking say it. I'm aware. This is on purpose.
It's just like, oh, how am I supposed to deal with some kind of a moody demon lady?
Oh, yeah, but she's smart.
It's gonna be brand new to me.
Like, oh, crazy. Never dealt with that before. I am expecting so much of that if Hathor ever comes into the fucking picture. It's like, you know, you and your daughter are very similar.
Though I would never say that in front of your daughter, because they would murder me.
She would actually kill me.
She's not here, is she?
Hi.
She made me do it.
But yeah, probably mostly just taking a very backseat role. It's like, I've been in the driver's seat for a shockingly long time. That's not my comfort zone. Let me be support again, please.
Yeah, I get that.
But we're going into space.
Ah, shit.
Fuck.
I thought we were going to Grey Rock at some point.
Apparently Grey Rock's in space now. I don't know.
Why didn't anyone tell me?
There are gray rocks in space. So.
Oh, that's what
that is right. That is true.
Fuck.
There are a lot of gray rocks up there.
Oh, fuck. Apollo, sir? Alright, I'm gonna ask another question before these cats eat me alive.
Okay, here's the last one for both of y'all.
Ooh.
What are some of your tricks for getting into your different characters? Sorry, my cat. So I have this compressed air canister that's called Scat that, like, that goes on. It's a motion detector thing, and I use it to keep my cats from, like, getting on my desk or eating my cords, and it is just compressed air. It just sprays, and then they are like, oh, I don't like that, and walk away from it.
Yeah.
Apollo has never encountered it before, because it's usually for the kitten. He just jumped like 2 feet in the air.
Oh.
And just ran. I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh no.
Because I have a position, so he'll stop biting my leg. But sorry. Okay, so I'll ask the question again. What are some of your tricks for getting into your different characters?
Huh. That's a tough one.
Mine's decently easy, so I'll say mine so you can think on yours. Before I do any like character stuff as far as D&D stuff is concerned, or like anything, I used to do it whenever I was doing videos and stuff online and stuff too. Anytime I was trying to get used to a new voice or getting a new voice in, I would sing as the voice. I would try to find like different songs and try to sing through them with my character. That way I don't have to worry about having to say like a certain phrase over and over to get into it. Because before, if I'm first getting something, I go, Quintus, Valabil, rise with the sun, blah, blah, blah. But it's a lot easier to remember doing something more with it. That way, like if I ever like come across like a word that I would say during the time I was singing or anything like that, I could just immediately go from anything going from my voice into Quinn and and back and vice versa, and maybe going into Casper.
Yeah, I super agree with that. I like to sing in character voice as well, because it helps you know like where you be quiet. Helps you know where you would place your voice in different situations.
Yeah, and it's super fun. And also whenever you're doing that, whenever you're starting a character, looking for songs around that actually remind you of them is very helpful, because it might help you learn more about them or get yourself into the mindset with them. And then whenever you get into said voice, you can either think back to that song or think back to how you were feeling during it or anything like that. Like there's a bunch of neat little shortcuts for things like that. Whenever you had introduced us all as like actors, performers, and what was the last one? Actor, performers, and was it impressionists?
Storytellers?
It wasn't impressionists. It was.
Oh gosh.
Whenever you were doing that, like
the intro that I do.
Yeah.
Actors, performers, and improvisers.
Improvisers.
I had to look at my intro.
I consider myself an improviser, mostly because it's literally just I need to get into the right headspace, which I've already done ahead of time with like singing things or like doing things like that. And then once I'm in that headspace, whatever happens. whatever comes out of my mouth as Quinn, I don't usually prep. It just sort of comes out of my mouth as Quinn.
Honestly, as you should. Like we've talked about it. Like it's like, oh, we should probably touch on that. That doesn't like count as like planning D&D, but it's like D&D is improv, and that's like you can have ideas of I would like to talk to this person, but it's like if you plan a scene or like or you plan how you want a conversation to go, it's not gonna go the way you want it to. You'll is not, and you're always gonna be disappointed, and you're gonna feel it fighting against you. It's going to fight against you every single time. So you're just saying that just made me think of it. I'm like, yeah, I wanted to bring this up, where it's just like, yeah, no.
It's the difference between playing D&D and writing a story.
Exactly. Like you can't write the story of D&D. You can have an idea of how your character might react in certain situations, or be like, hey, like for instance, it's like last game, it's like, oh, I want to talk to Miriam. He feels off. It's like, I knew I wanted to talk to him. That's all I knew. I'm like, I don't know how the fuck this is gonna go.
It's why I find D&D content online so appealing, but also why I stay away from it.
Yep.
I've told you guys, I don't really watch Critical Role. I don't watch any other D&D stuff but ours. And that is because I don't want to get ideas from it.
That's fair.
I find that I understand people who watch it because it's so interesting. We go at things from a fresh perspective, and you can't think of how someone's going to react to something because they're all playing a character, and those characters are multifaceted. They're not just a one note. so it's why I don't watch really a lot of D&D stuff, even though I can understand why it's so appealing and why it's so interesting. But that's kind of where I sit, and I think you agree with that. I'm not sure. Have you thought of what?
What about you, Izzy? What are your little tricks of the trade to getting into your characters?
Yeah, like, I don't know, for Flux in particular, like, voice-wise, I don't really do much. Like, I don't really, like, pitch it up or anything like that. It's mostly just, like, all right, it's like a pattern of speech. Like, how would
It's
a
the
really...
cadence, yeah.
Yeah, it's, like, just being very, like, just a little bit kind of, like, syncopated. Like how would a very kind of polite and naive alien speak? Like...
Aww. It's a
Like,
little,
I'm not-
like, putting on the Siri voice ever so slightly.
A little bit. Like, can I help you today? Kind of avoiding contractions wherever I can. I obviously slip up with that. But
Oh,
like,
yeah,
the
but
goal-
that's gonna
definitely
happen.
the goal. Yeah, just like talking a little more awkwardly than possible. Just a little kind of self-conscious, like, as he's becoming more aware of, like, he's a person. He's like, oh shit, like, I kind of, like, care what people think of me now. I didn't before. Ah, no. What if I make a
Weird.
mistake?
I don't like it.
Am I developing an ego? I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be a person.
Meanwhile, we walk by you, look into like the room. Hey, Flux, nice ego.
Oh no, I'm being perceived.
It's like, oh, fuck. Richie, quiet. Go over here. Let me put you over here so I can scroll with the other hand. Hell yeah, boys.
Yeah.
All right, we got time for a couple more. So I'ma ask the dice, I guess. Yeah. Okay, it's for the is boy.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We answered that one.
So. Okay, I like this one. Playing an intellectual and emotional sponge of a character, what do you think Flux has learned from his... Oh, we already kind of answered that one. That was already kind of an answer to the other one. So I'm gonna jump to a different question. Let's see, number 9. Ooh, okay. Are there any fun inventions that have come to mind since coming to the Cauldron? You've already successfully made a motorboat. So what else is rattling around in that old chrome dome of the Fluxifer?
Oh, that's a tough one. Cause like, if I was allowed to just run loose, I would just build so much crazy shit. But like having to make that jive with like an actual game where like there needs to be rules for everything. It's like I'm afraid to push that too far. I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to like weasel my way into like extra abilities and things like that. But I do also want to just build stuff because it's kind of what my character, like, he's an inventor. It's what he does. Oh, but yeah, all kinds of stuff. Like, there's probably a lot of things like that where like I want to build like medieval approximations of modern day shit.
Okay, like what?
Like I need to like I want to like send messages to Clover, but I mean sending them through the mail is just so slow. It takes weeks, and it's, you know, subject to, you know, like people could be attacked on the road and messages may never get sent. I need something more rapid. Like perhaps perhaps I could invent an electronic mail. I will make an electronic spider that will carry my messages.
Oh, you mean like a mail that'll go over the environment? Environment mail or email?
Indeed, something like that. Just like make people think that like, okay, he's trying to invent email, but then it's like, oh, he doesn't actually know what email is, and it's just some really weird, vaguely similar thing. Like, I guess that gets the job done, but why does it need to be a spider?
It's the aesthetic.
I like it.
Also, I was afraid if I built a bird that Avi would get cross with me again.
That she would kill me.
Tiny.
This isn't an insult, it's just I need something that can fly.
It's like, just because there are birds doesn't mean it's an attack on you. And she's like, I'm fucking watching you, bitch.
Flux accidentally invents airplanes because he needs something that can fly that isn't technically a bird. It's like, see, the wings don't even flap. They merely provide lift.
I'll accept it.
It's so funny. Like, she has her reasons. I haven't really gone into it. Like, it's never come up. But she has her reasons that she hates birds outside of hating herself. And being, like, made fun of and hated her whole life. There's reasons. I have a very distinct reason. And I don't think it will ever come up until, like, Hathoyura is in the picture.
I got a lot of feeling from it from one of the songs you've done.
Ooh, was it the Raven Daughter's Lament or the lullaby?
The lullaby, I think. The bright-eyed bird, I think, or the bright something bird.
Oh, that is the Raven Daughter's Lament. It's like a bright-eyed bird, a song on their lips. That one.
That one. Yeah. It's like I love it because you can first off you can just get the meaning from it, but you could also actually just like imagine how Avi feels being told said lullaby or having to read said lullaby. It's like you can infer a lot of feeling from it.
Well, the Raven Daughter's Lament, that is a song that like Avi wrote in Honokuni. The lullaby, the sweet little bird, so frail, so meek, that is what her mom used to sing to her.
Yes. And I love the idea of having to go through and listen to it. And first off, as they're tiny, they would be listening to that as kind of like, oh, so, you know, my mom's singing to me, super sweet. Yeah. But like, you know, being an abandoned child and having only that to really remember things with is like, no, fuck birds. I'm
You're so close yet so far, and I can't wait.
I was joking for that last part, but it was funny.
But yeah.
Fucking.
Go ahead.
I was,
did not mean to make this about Avi. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh no. We hate talking about Avi.
It's not my episode.
Freaking was just like in a call with Katie a while ago, just riffing on like a conversation, like just them inventing email and eventually like basically getting to the point where they have like accidentally invented like space travel just so they can send messages. Like, I should build, like, you know what, it would, the fastest way overall, like, say I need to send, like, someone a message on the other side of the planet, I should really just send it into space so that it's free of our gravity and it'd be far easier for it to move around. I should build a rocket. Has that been invented yet? Do you have the word rocket?
I love the idea that you're trying to make something extremely mundane, then you have to invent all of these super fucking crazy things to finish the mundane thing.
It's just like the SpongeBob
in the most optimal way possible.
Exactly. Like I said, it's very flux.
Accidentally invents fucking space travel while trying to just make mail faster. That's what I want for him.
Good.
That's what I want his retirement to be.
Well, you see, I thought that I never had any time to get my work done, so I tried to make a pencil that would maybe do like predictive things, like maybe write faster. Then whenever I was trying to do that, I was thinking that, oh, in order to do that, I need to know exactly what I'm going to do. So then I invented time travel so that I could figure out what I'm going to
Invents autocomplete text by inventing time travel.
That sounds about right for Flux.
Yeah, a fucking maniac would do it.
I love him. Liru, I realize it's dinner time. Get down. All right. Hell yeah. I believe we have time for one more question. On this here episode of Wits and Crits. Let's find out.
Liru, is that for Cody?
First one.
Is this for Cody? Are you gonna get off my desk so I can roll the dice and see which question it's gonna be? Okay. We've already answered that forking question. Ooh, actually no, we haven't. But I'm like, I'm gonna choose the question because I'm like,
do it.
I don't know if you'll riff on this one or not, but you probably will. So Quintus, what does saying I love you mean to you? And have you ever been in love before? I was gonna ask a different question, but I was like, no, this is more fun for me.
Can I get a different question?
No, you can't. It's my fucking show, bitch. Answer the question. What does saying I
So,
love you mean to you? And you've been in love before, boy?
So does Izzy know?
Oh!
What?
Hey, Izzy! You want to
Wait,
know
what?
something really fun?
Oh, okay.
You
sorry,
wanna
I thought I
tell
was
him,
being
Cody?
ambushed. Yeah, tell me the secrets.
So in the separate game, whenever Lexi was going off to go and fight their brother while they were getting in their super mech, after having a bunch of existential stuff happen around and a bunch of things where everybody was talking and trying to figure out what everything's going on, Quinn had jumped up onto their mech to use the Idomancy thing onto their bow, and I don't want to. There's one thing that's secret about that I'm only gonna bring up whenever I get in game with Lexi if we ever talk about it. But there was he had said I love you to Lexi.
Oh my god.
Yep.
And we've talked about the har it's only been like a couple of months thing with Quintus, yada yada. But like obviously with D&D kind of logic, it's playing Quinn has known Lexi for years.
I have a very similar thing with like Avi and Rory. While she's shitting her pants about it, I can be like, here's their history. Here's why it makes sense that she would realize that I'm ready to say I love you in multiple contexts. So, as a fellow player, I get it.
When it comes to Quinn, the things I will tell, because there's again a couple of things I'm keeping secret for certain conversations with a certain foxcoil. But for the things I will tell, I don't think Quinn has ever actually been in love before.
Okay.
I think that Quinn, throughout his life, has had many different encounters with people, and through those encounters, he has, had different experiences. Yada yada. He's done the kissing, he's done the dating, he's done the smooching, he's done the more than smooching.
He's done the sideways hug.
And whenever through all of that, he probably, adding on to the fact of nobility, har, he never really had a situation where the dynamic was great. It would either be somebody who would be like an arranged kind of thing, somebody he would meet at a party kind of thing, or anything like that, and the power dynamic would always be far too different. So
They're never
Quintus,
really equals.
Yes, so Quintus would never have been with somebody as an equal before. He would either have been there because of this is the daughter of this prestigious family, you two should go drink tea and have merriment or whatever, or this is a common lady in your court and you guys are at a party and Miriam's fucking super like freaking wingmanning for you, or like all these different things. And like while all this stuff is fine in one say or the other, you could also think it isn't fine. He has never been in a position where he's been an equal in a relationship, or he's had an equal in a relationship. With Lexi, Lexi not only was the one that kind of opened his eyes to different states of understanding things, again, through one of my favorite interactions. I'm always going to praise it over, but the time that Lexi impersonated things with Quinn during the Crystal Queen's party is always going to be on Quinn's mind as the time that he finally saw Lexi for the complicated person that they are, for the one that actually I've kind of twisted his flaw into a really good moment, because his flaw as a character that we rolled for in the beginning of all these games is that he doesn't see anyone as an equal until they prove themselves. And this is whenever he first saw that, and he saw Lexi do these things, and it was the first time somebody proved themselves to him outside of a combat scenario, first off, as well. And after that, he's just been so interested in Lexi. He's been so wanting to understand more about them, watching them, at first just in a friendship sort of way, but in all these times of watching them, he started developing feelings, which is where we got the big mouse thing that we were doing. He's always sort of like, these are things I kind of get it. I kind of have had crushes and stuff before, and that's kind of where we're sitting at here. And he didn't expect it to go any further than that. But then throughout all the other things he's had to do with, he's had to been put in a situation where this person has been taken from him, where he's been taken from them, where he's had to think beyond what a normal person would think of. I'm in hell and I'm gonna say goodbye to the person that I kind of like. I don't want to say anything too sweet in case I don't get out. That was another thing on Quinn's mind during that point of just like, I'm not gonna tell Lexi like anything then, because if I don't get out of here, then that just means Lexi's gonna hear I love you and then never see me again.
No one would ever do that. No one says I love you. It's like, oh, I'm going in a dangerous situation. I don't know what's gonna happen.
That'd be really weird.
That would be insane. Nobody would ever do that.
But there was that, and then upon coming back from there, upon going through the situation where they did go through, he had to choose between sticking with Miriam, who just had this humongous bomb thrown onto him, and going with Lexi. And he chose Lexi not only because of the fact that it's more pertinent, it's something that is more like it's happening right now, and he trusts the rest of his friends, Flux and the others, to be able to help Miriam if something happens to him. They're only going to be separated for a couple of days, but also because he knows how much family means to Lexi. And I think that first night that they were gone, like after meeting Gale and having to camp out and stuff, I think a lot of things on his mind was, why did I choose to come here over helping my friend?
Yeah.
I think a lot of the days leading up to it really played a lot into why Quinn said it. And the final thing being, this is Quinn's first time using Adamancy, which is supposed to be, it's very, he doesn't know he's going to come out of this completely unscathed. But there's where things are different. Whereas before in hell, he's like, no, I'm going to keep it back because I don't want to hurt Lexi. In this, he's like, I don't want to hurt Lexi, but I'm not going to lie anymore. I'm not going to hold back that anymore. I think I should have enough confidence in myself to live through this. And also Lexi is going and doing this thing. Lexi, I love you. I think that this is Quinn finally, throughout all of these conjoining interactions with Lexi, he finally understands that what love is. And love isn't completely protecting your partner from everything ever and not letting them know things. Love is letting them know these things and both of you being on even ground. At least from what he thinks. He's like, I need to not think like I did in hell. Because I was gonna say it then.
I get that.
It was in my head. It was in my head to say it then, but I stopped myself.
As someone who's been in a similar situation where it's like, it's in my brain, it's been in there. I'm not gonna say it yet, though.
I sincerely think that Quinn looks at love right now, at least his interpretation of it is complete no imbalance in power. They know what the other is sort of going through. They want to be a part of each other's lives, and they should have access to these things of information. And he's always sort of treated Lexi like that as well. Whereas, Fenris sometimes treats Lexi as something to protect. He's like, no, we have to. You're allowed to do these things. You're blah blah blah, stuff like that. And I think that in that moment, he's like, even if I do die, I want Lexi to know because Lexi deserves to know.
Oh, that's sweet. That's real sweet. Heckin'. This whole episode's been sweet. It's been good. Been very fun and goofy. That is all the time we have for today. I love that though. I was looking at it because the other question I was gonna ask you, it's like, hey, so everyone kind of keeps telling you you're stupid, Quinn. How does that make you feel? And I'm like, no, we're gonna ask
Fuck
the
you,
love
Colin
question.
He's so not wanting to be around college teens a lot.
Oh, dude, I can't fucking wait. We're gonna go off forever, so I'm like, okay, I have to cut my little ADHD brain there because I do want to talk about that so bad, but I'm like, no, we'll save it for game because I can't fucking wait. But thank you guys so much for watching. That is all the time that we have. Do you guys want to promote yourselves at all? Where can the lovely teenies find you? Let's start with the Cody.
Well, you can find me over on Summoners Network on Twitch. We perform a lot of other D&D-esque type of games, mostly based off of anime and video games. Currently, we are doing we're starting a Yu-Gi-Oh campaign, a second one, on this Sunday. Actually, it's going to be the next season of it. It's going to be really fun with new characters and stuff in it. We also have a Zelda campaign that is near the end, and we have a Kingdom Hearts campaign going on. It's pretty fun.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, what's your socials, boy?
Summoners Network on Twitch, Summoner Blue on Twitter, all that good stuff. Summoners Network, I think, on YouTube as well. All those things.
All those good things. Hell yeah. What about you, Apollo? Jesus
Apollo
Christ.
wants to say their socials.
He's hungry is what's happening. I'll feed you food. I'll give you wet food. But how about you, Izboy the Sizzler? Where can they find you?
You can find me on YouTube at Something Witty Entertainment. We do a lot of abridged content, some anime parodies, like the Sword Art Online abridged and the My Hero Academia abridged and the one episode of Smartphone that we're not making more of. Please stop asking. Don't make us make it. We're never gonna do it. It broke us. It broke us the first time. You can't make us.
Oh, Smartphone. It's sure there.
Yep. And we're also on Twitch. We kind of switch off week to week. Like half the time we do just like video games, but the other half we got our own D&D stuff. The Sweetened D. We're kind of nearing the end of our second campaign, gearing up for our third. So if you're curious about that, what the Something Witty crew is like over there, that would be a good time to jump in. We also archive all of our episodes on YouTube at Something Witty Gaming. If you look us up there, you can find a bunch of playlists.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Well, thank you so much. Well, if you guys want, I guess, more of me, what's up? Hi, I'm here too, I suppose. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at HeyBaleVoice. If you're on Blue Sky, what is my Blue Sky? I'll tell you. I think it's Hey Bale Voice. One of those. Yeah, I'm like, I have Blue Sky. Not many people are on there, but go follow me on there. I'm heybalevoice.bsky.social. So if you just look up Hey Bale Voice, I'm on Blue Sky. I kind of post them there sometimes. Not really. I'm still addicted to Twitter. I'm trying to. It's not going well. The addiction is not waning at all. But anyway, you can find me also on Twitch and YouTube at Scylla Aria for my VTuber. I'm a tiny little fairy. It's a good time. Let's see what else. You can find me on Spotify. If you look up Hayden W, you can listen to the songs that we were referencing earlier. There's a new one out that Logan and I sang together. It's Avi and Rory singing a ballad together, being real cute. God, I miss those two. But if you want just more Nat 19 in general, you can find us here on Twitch, I guess. For the Twitch side, you can find us Monday through Wednesday doing gaming streams. Monday, we have the Cutie Cult, which is Aaron, Carrie, and Spencer. Tuesday, you got the Cool Kids, of which we have two right now. You have Cody, you got Izzy, and you got Eric. On Wednesdays, alternating, you will either have Chaos Crew, which is myself and Braden Alexander, or we'll be here for Wits and Crits. And then Thursdays, we have alternating D&D games of Princes of the Apocalypse and Devils Might Surrender. And, of course, Saturdays, we have Vestige of a Fucus, save for the first weekend of every month. Sometimes that is subject to change because schedules be schedules. If you're interested in merchandise or you want more information on our team, you can visit us at nat19show.com. Again, that is nat19show.com. We will be there. You can find all information about our team, our different shows, merchandise, all that good stuff. There's lots of updates there too. If you have questions for us, you can send it to our contact page. So please go ahead, join over there. It is a good time. Also, our website is freaking gorgeous, and it's so good. We're going to have some really, really sexy new merch coming out. And we are working on a Kickstarter for a Retia guide that our wonderful DM Logan has been working on. So keep your eye out for that as well. So that, deep breath now, that is it for us today. We will see you next time. We will have, I'm looking at my schedule. I'm a professional. Next time, we're going to have Anna, Squeaky Chiona, and Aaron Robert Parnell. So we're going to have those two, which the episode will be airing on October 18th. So get your questions in for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye, buddy.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.